In Mapping the Ethics, we explore how technology meets data to uncover responsibilities. I'm Mason, and today I want to dive into a topic that is incredibly relevant to the world of GIS and business strategy. The ethical issues that exist with the storage and collection of data extend to its analysis and visualization methods. This discussion will benefit researchers, business owners, and individuals who are wondering about the impact of data on decision making. Let's get started. We must first recognize a fundamental fact about data which serves as a powerful tool. But with the power comes great responsibility. Ethical issues exist throughout every stage of data handling, including collection and storage through to visualization and communication. Bad business decisions result from inaccurate data, while misrepresentations create bias and poor security compromise privacy. We will examine Target's predictive analytics as a real-world example to ground this discussion. Target's predictive analytics system successfully identified customers who were expecting babies based on their purchasing patterns even before the customer themselves disclosed their pregnancies. This depth of data analysis shows great marketing power but introduces significant ethical dilemmas. Is it appropriate for companies to obtain access to personal data? What methods should organizations use to share these insights while maintaining respect for the individual privacy? Privacy stands as the primary ethical issue in GIS research. Are we taking appropriate measures to anonymize personal information when we handle demographic and consumer data? Walmart uses geospatial data to monitor how customers navigate through their stores. Optimizing store layouts and improving customer experience throughout data collection guarantees concerns about data volume and shopper tracking awareness. This brings up the issue of consent. Data sets about people's movements are often gathered without individuals knowing the extent to which their behaviors are tracked. Consider the ways Apple uses it within their iPhones and they monitor location data. Users have the ability to opt out of tracking features but remain mostly unaware of the default data collection extent. Data collection practices must be transparent to customers who should also be able to choose not to participate. Another major concern is data accuracy. The visualization of data in GIS systems plays a crucial role in shaping decision-making processes. Flawed conclusions result when data remains outdated or incomplete and contains bias. To take real estate markets, for example, buyers and sellers have criticized Zillow's home valuation tool Zestimate because it produces inaccurate assessments and leads them astray. When an algorithm learns from a biased or incomplete data, its output can distort property values and thus affecting mass financial decisions. Beyond accuracy, bias is another issue. The method we use to present our data can create misleading impressions for our audiences. Starbucks' decision to use GIS data in selecting new store locations while focusing exclusively on affluent neighborhoods could contribute to widening economic disparities. Data collection from a non-representative samples opens the doors for bias to enter research findings. GIS researchers should thoroughly verify their data sources and methods to guarantee their visualizations accurately representing real-world conditions instead of assumptions or concealed biases. Now let's talk security. Data breaches occur regularly, which requires businesses dependent on customer insights to implement strict protections for their stored information. Major data breaches at Equifax and Facebook have led to exposures of sensitive professional information. Data mishandling can cause breaches that destroy customer trust while breaking ethical conduct requirements. One major concern is third-party data sharing. Businesses utilize analytics platforms that process data outside their systems, which creates uncertainty about who maintains control over the information. Does Klatch Coffee verify the security of customer tracking data when they partner with a marketing firm? What steps do businesses take to even ensure that the third-party companies are adhere to their ethical standards? Long-term data storage remains another significant concern. What is the appropriate duration for businesses and researchers to store data before it loses relevance or starts to introduce security threats? Organizations need to establish data retention policies to identify appropriate times for deleting and anonymizing information to maintain user privacy. Another key ethical consideration is cost-benefit analysis. The ability to collect data should not automatically justify its collection. Acquiring large volumes of GIS data needs monetary resources and raises important ethical questions. Should we collect this information for business decisions, or are we ignoring privacy concerns by gathering too much data? The extensive data collection by companies like Google and Amazon raises the question of when their practice crosses into an excessive territory. Maintaining large data sets produces both environmental impact and operational expenses. The storage of excessive data demands robust digital infrastructures while also increasing energy consumption and the need for enhanced cybersecurity measures. Businesses need to ask, how do the benefits of this data stand up against its expenses and possible ethical issues? What steps should we take now to tackle these ethical issues? My top recommendation: implement a data ethics framework. Developing guidelines is essential to guaranteeing transparency and also the consent, as well as accuracy and security throughout the data collection and visualization process. For businesses and researchers, this could also include marketing analysis that should exclusively utilize publicity, available information, or data that has been properly anonymized. It is necessary to continuously refresh data sets to maintain accurate, real-time data representation. Data visualizations also should be required to be transparent with labeling to clearly communicate information about sources and potential limitations. We also should be protecting consumer information by investing in secure data storage solutions. Before initiating data collection initiatives, organizations should also need to be able to perform this through ethical review. We need to be able to educate both the employee and stakeholders about ethical data practices to ensure information is used responsibly. Our focus on ethical data practices strengthens customer trust while simultaneously protecting data privacy and ensuring accuracy. Businesses that prioritize customer privacy and practice responsible data management are more likely to gain customer buy-in. Data serves as a functional instrument. The manner in which we utilize data determines if we maintain ethical standards or allow convenience to erode them. Our work should also be grounded in ethical GIS research when choosing business locations and developing market strategies or policy decisions. Despite facing examination from data privacy issues, Apple, Walmart, and Target possess the chance to become industry leaders throughout responsible data practices. Using data ethically creates trust, which leads to superior business results and also establishes a marketplace that operates with greater fairness and transparency. Now, this concludes our broadcast of Mapping the Ethics. Please subscribe and share your thoughts and your found value of our discussion. What challenges relating to the data ethics have you ever faced or encountered during your work? Let's keep the conversation going. This is Mason signing off until we meet again, and I want to remind everybody to map responsibly.